Hi Renzo, I just wanted to put together this quick video for you to show you how to enter some of the translations for the language processor that we added. So you can see that I'm logged into the main page right here. From this page, you'll want to go up to configuration right here. And this is going to give you all the normal config options. Down here on the right side, we have a new one that we've added for you for language translation. So this is the link you're going to go to where you want to enter and manage all the different translations that you're going to be adding. So if we click on that, you see we get a page here that lists all the pages that we've integrated this on. I know this may be a little confusing, but the easiest way for you to look at it and figure out which pages to add are any that say members and then learn. So pretty much everything. There's a handful others that we've integrated this on, but the bulk of these are going to be for the Learning Manager and the application process. So you can either click on all pages to look just at every phrase you need to add translations for, or you can do it page by page, which to be honest, I think is easier. So just for example, clicking on any of these ones, it's going to give you all of the phrases that it picked up when I was scanning the pages. I scanned through pretty much every single permutation, so it should grab everything on here. But I'm also sure we've never rolled it out on such a wide scale like this, so I'm sure that we're going to run into little things and tweaks that we need to make. So as you go through and you notice those, let me know, and we can handle those on a case-by-case basis. But just for another example here, where's a longer one that might be? Yeah, so here's a different one. So you can see that it scanned in the names of your different certifications and things like that, the different instructions that you've added. Anytime that you change anything, so if you change any of your verbiage or you add a new application or anything like that, we're going to have to scan those in. We can get to that later because that'll be a whole other process. But for now, let's just focus on getting these things in here. So the next thing you'll need to do once you've added translations in, you'll need to hit this link that says Publish Page Translation Files. And you'll see here this goes through. It's not going to do anything right now because I didn't add any phrases yet, but it will scan through each page that we've got added here, and it's going to write to a database all the translations that you've added. So basically the process is you come here, you add translations, and make sure to update and save them. And then once you've added a bunch, you can publish the page translation files. Now you don't have to publish these every time. This will do all at once. So you can wait until you've entered a ton of them and then publish them, and then you can kind of see how they look. So that's the next thing, is to look at how they look here. When we go to, actually we'll go to the normal one. So when we go to online learning and we go to application for certification, you'll see here at the bottom of all these pages that I've integrated this on, we have a new button down here that says change to French. And like you requested, I've limited this just to you and me and the users you had on that list. So no one else is going to see these for now. And then when you're ready, we can remove that restriction and it'll become available for everyone. But clicking change to French, it will let you know, hey, we've changed the language and to go back. And then when you go back, anything that you've translated, it will be popped into there. So you can see it still looks like English right now because we've entered no translations. So you don't have to worry about it blanking out any text. It's only going to translate things that you've entered translations for. And you see here now we have a change back to English button that we can change it back at any time. And like I said, that's going to be on all the pages in the application process. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any. I went through very carefully and added them all and scanned them all. So as your commissioners are going through and you're going through and testing, let me know if you notice anything that's wonky or doesn't look quite right. Now, as I noticed or noted in my email, there's a few things that aren't going to be translated. The page titles here, these are all going to still be in English because these are set on a separate process. So those don't currently work with the language processor. Any of the emails sent by the system are still going to all be in English. I think that we're going to have to do something different for that. The way that this language processor works, it just doesn't really conducive to email. So we'll deal with that separately once we get this all done. And some of the buttons, like this button is fine, but there's a handful of the buttons that are not going to be translated. Those ones I can translate, but you'll need to provide those to me because I need to hard code those into the processor, just because the processor won't pick them up by itself. But other than that, if you find things that can't be translated, or one of the other things that you might mess up on or might find errors on are any of the verbiage areas that you guys have added. So if you find it breaking those apart oddly or it's not scanning them incorrectly, let me know. I have a specific structure we can add to any instructions you give so that it will scan them incorrectly. So we may have to do that again on a case-by-case basis. But this should have grabbed and scanned the great majority, I would say probably 95% of the text in here. It's grabbed and ready to be translated. If you have any questions, please, as always, let me know. And we can always set up a meeting to go over any of this if it's confusing. All right, thanks a lot, Renzo.